We are down to the final 2 days on my 500 wheel horsepower STI giveaway. You already know the scoop. $3 spent is 1 entry. Will be shipped right to your front door for free. And if you don't want the build, take home the 15K in cash. Today's video is an absolute banger. Let's get into it. There are 2 days with every car build that are very, very exciting. First is dyno day, and second is my wife's reaction. Today we are knocking out one of two. Today is dyno day for the fully built STI. Let's head on out, straight to the dyno, get this thing strapped down and see what it's gonna make. This build has a million mods, but the important ones: fully built closed deck engine, ETS turbo kit, 6467 comp turbo, alpha injection 1650s, Walbro 450, should make 500 horsepower with ease. My guy.
Been a long time.
You ready or what?
I'm always ready.
Yeah?
You want to party or what?
I want to party.
I'm curious to see how the turbo does.
I knew you were going to be curious about the turbo.
I'm definitely curious to see how the turbo does. Already sounds good. How's it come in?
I don't know yet.
Well, you've been driving around.
Well, you got a limiter at like, what, 4K?
Shoot, if it ain't coming in by then, I'm a little disappointed.
Well, let's get her on the dyno, see what she does.
We'll see.
We'll see.
So, 700 or bust today?
500 max.
Alright.
We ain't doing ethanol stuff.
Alright.
I'm sick of sending cars out that make too much power.
I get it. Not everybody has ethanol either, so.
Yeah.
Paint came out really good.
Thanks. What do you think it's gonna make? You'll be
should make 500. I mean, any turbo that is in newer technology now where we are, I mean, it should make 500 pounds.
Yeah.
How far past that will depend on how efficient the turbo is. 25-ish pounds of boost.
Easy enough.
That'd be a good spot. Excited to see how it does. Like I said, I haven't worked with that turbo too often, and when you go rotated, it's the most common Garrett or Precision. So.
Yep.
Curious to see how it does. Should be a pretty good power band. We do have camshafts. Being that it's on pump gas, inevitably we're not going to be able to carry the power band out for the camshafts to say to 8 or 85 because we can't get enough ignition timing in it to level off the power band. So probably right around the 7500 is where we're up to today. Should go pretty quick.
Let's get her done. What's the plan?
Well, we're going to set the RPM on the dyno. That way it understands where we are. Point A to point B. And then we'll check out the idle, make sure everything's reading right. I have the wideband unhooked right now. And we'll do our first waste speed call.
As you can see, the car is not happy whatsoever. She popped up a check engine light for a TGV motor.
Buddy, there's a problem. That's why we can't do anything. Motor's restricted. Imagine like having a restriction in front of the turbo. Physically can't flow air. And it's on left bank, so that'd be on 2 and 4.
All right, we got that TGV problem fixed. We're about to do the first pull, first baseline pull, and see what she does. First pull was just to verify everything with the car is working good. Obviously make sure fueling is in the general area of where you want it. And now we can actually start the tuning process. I think it made 230, 240 horsepower on that pull, which of course is a bit silly, but now it's time to party. sounded better. I'm guessing 345. This right here should be the final pole. This should be over 500 wheel. All done?
All finished up.
And your thoughts?
I'd like to tell you that I was excited about it, but it just isn't that exciting when you think of 28 pounds of boost on a 64 mil. And this late of spool time. And I know some people in the comments might say header on it is going to affect it, and yes, I do agree. Obviously, if it had an aftermarket eco-link header, it will pick up spool time and power overall. Spool time, let's say best case we pick it up 800 RPMs, which is pretty substantial when we talk about a header. We would still be coming in at 5,200 RPMs, which is definitely on the later side. With an engine on pump gas, I normally would run rev to 7,500. Gives you a real short power band at the end of the day. I am revving it further today, but that's part of because of how late the turbo is coming in. I mean, we're coming in 6,000 RPM. We're still not at our peak. We're at our peak around 6,300 there. And I'm revving it to 8,000, but that's just because of how late our turbocharger is coming in, and it is taking advantage of having an aftermarket camshaft. But I would like to see a better number there out of pump gas on it. Right? I mean, it's 28 pounds boost. There's more I'd like to be had out of it. I don't know how much to go in detail, but it sounds like you're going to put a smaller turbocharger on it, and we'll test there. This typical turbo brand here wants to go down in size to say it's more rated for the power level. So give them an opportunity and see what their smaller turbocharger does, but it makes me concerned because we're at 28 pounds of boost on a 64 mil. I can show you one of my own. This is a 6466 next gen on pump gas. This is on 25 pounds of boost on a 6466 next gen. And this is on 28 pounds of boost on the current 64 mil. Obviously, you'll see here the 6.4 comes in substantially earlier at around 4,600. We're at our peak here, peak torque. So this is when I'm at peak 25 pounds, and we're 410 versus 148, which that's obviously something you feel on the street. This is going to be really lazy down here where we're making 130 horsepower at 4,600. That's not really enjoyable.
Yeah, you're gonna feel all of that on the street. Yeah. That's all you're gonna feel is that freaking.
And keep in mind, obviously, this one does have an eco-link ETS header on it. But again, even if we're 800 RPM sooner, it doesn't get it anywhere near it. We're 46 versus, 6,300. That's 2,000 RPMs later.
Yeah. Say if we put an ETS on this exact setup, what would change?
I bet it would pick up 30 horsepower, maybe 40 horsepower. It's going to pick up power everywhere over the graph. It's going to pick up some spool time as well. But the graph's going to change. Yes, it's going to be shifted to the left, and we're going to make more power over it. There is no downside to switching to it, but a lot of the super guys want to hear unequal link. And this is the same story not only with the stock header. An aftermarket unequal link header, I see the same results, where they are lazier than an equal link header. Yeah. And you do lose a little bit of power.
So going from this to a aftermarket unequal is pointless.
Probably 15 to 20 horsepower.
Fair enough.
Hopefully that answers it for most people, but a little bit disheartening.
With all that being said, the most important thing for you guys is how this car feels on the street. So let's head out and see how this thing truly feels. The car does run absolutely phenomenal. Very, very happy with how it drives so far. Yeah, that is way too laggy. Way too laggy, man. This sounds incredible. It really does. Right now about 5,000 RPM. Let's hit it. It started a spool high 5,000 RPM. gonna simplify this as easy as possible. Did the car make the power that we wanted? Yes. The problem lies where the car made the power at. It's super far, high up in the RPM. So yeah, well, it made the power. It's not fun to drive on the street whatsoever. So I'm gonna do the following things in order to resolve this problem. Number one, the car is going to get a different exhaust manifold. I'm gonna go from the OEM to an aftermarket. Do I think that's gonna fix it? No. Do I think it's gonna help? Yes. Number two, I overnighted another turbo from the same manufacturer, Comp Turbos. We're gonna install that, get it back on the dyno. I told them my exact goal with the car, 500 wheel horsepower on pump gas, fun to drive on the street, spooling quickly. If that is not acceptable, last thing is simply go to a turbo that I know works perfect on this setup. That would be a Precision 6466. Unbolt this turbo, bolt on the Precision, get it back on the dyno, retune, be done. Now, of course, we gotta wait for some parts to come in. So the rest of the day, I wanna finish a few little goodies. Let's get after it. Up first is going to be some transmission mounts. We already installed the Torque Solution actual engine mounts. Here I have the rear pitch stop and the transmission mount as well. In my opinion, if you're gonna do one mount, do all of them. Well, that transmission is dropped down just a little bit. There's one more thing I wanna fix, and that is the shifter. The linkage is a bit loose and I don't like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss in the Torque Solution solid linkage U-joint kit. This will completely eliminate the slop. Now, I'm not gonna lie, getting to that linkage, the shifter linkage, is a straight pain in the butt. That's why we're gonna do all this at the same time. Transmission cross member's gotta come off, tilt the transmission back, meaning the downpipe also has to come off, pull off this guy here, and then we'll have access to that linkage. It's gotta be done, no complaining. Let's just get to work. All right, old linkage is off. You can see it's all plastic bushings everywhere. The new Torque Solution one has all bronze bushings, so it'll never wear out like that, Jimmy. Linkage is swapped. Before the cradle goes on, let's go ahead and swap out the transmission mount. This thing is all loose and floppy, just like the motor mounts were. That was much needed. Wow. All right, guys, that is gonna be a wrap on the day. Stay tuned for the upcoming dyno session. Once again, it sucks, that is what we have to do. Not a big deal though. I'd rather have this car be perfectly drivable and enjoyable for whoever wins it versus just sending it off right now. Like, yeah, the car made the power I said it was gonna make. Is it a cool power band? Absolutely not. Everything else with tuning went buttery smooth. The car runs phenomenal. It sounds phenomenal. It sounds freaking fantastic and it drives amazing. We gotta get that power band sorted out, which really isn't that big of a deal. There could be a lot bigger issues we're dealing with. You know what? Let's end the day off. I'm gonna mic this thing up again. Microphone on the turbo, microphone on the exhaust, and I want you guys to hear how this thing sounds.